So what are the impact on a personal finance side apart from crypto? I can say it is there is no tax change in the tax slabs. So we still have continuing the two different tax slabs. So you should know very clearly, because yesterday when I was doing the session, people were not even aware there they can change and how many times they can change. So as of today, we have an old regime and we have a new regime. So old regime means that old types we used to have a tax slab and you have a deductions, ATC, ATD, you have a HR, house EMIs to be taken care of, section 24. You have to take care of ATE also. Those section, if you want to avail, please take and continue your old regime. I don't know you have taken, because now you have a proof time. Lot of proof time people are saying that why don't you go to the new regime, even though they are giving a calculation to you the old and new. If it is not much, try to see next 1 or 2 years, because my thought is within few years, maybe 2 years or 3 years, I don't know, because as the election years are going to come, they says that UP election is coming, so there are so many changes. They have not done it because of these two also, but sooner or later we all will go move to the new regime, because they just wanted us to become a simplified tax filing thing. So there is no deduction, no exemption, you just pay the tax. So that's the way it works. So till they are giving a beneficial, so please do that. I always believe at least for that sake you will save it, and that is a good way. But even if you have taken a new regime, which is no you don't have to show the any proofs or something, you can just shift only once. You can't keep swapping between old and new every time. So that's another thing you have to realize yourself, that make sure you are taking a right decision when you are saying that I am just doing once. So if you are in old regime and you have gone to the new regime, you cannot switch old and new again and again depending on which is the tax is low. You can try only once. That's a please make sure to do that part of it. Another few important point which is listed, previously the taxpayer was able to refile only once, 1 year. Now they have increased that period to 2 years for refiling. The tax rebate is gone a little higher and provided more for a disabilities. So previously, depending on your disability or dependent disability, they had a slab. Now they are trying to give a more slab to that. Deduction for a state government employees, the NPS has raised from 10% to 14%. That is only for state government employees. Okay. They have taxation on virtual digital assets, as I told, a crypto and any other currencies. TDS on property sale has come. So this is the another thing. Last few days only I have started finding. I never found last previously so many years. One customer came to me and this is that Rachna, I have sold the what you call one property, and my stamp duty is much higher than what I sold. Then I said, how come it is possible and all this stuff? So he says, no, nowadays, previously, I'm just giving example, previously your government valuation, let us say, I'm just giving example, Banagata Road, for example, the government valuation is 10,000. But normally the real valuation will be around 14,000 or 15,000. And you will be always saying a higher than the government valuation. Now, slowly, I have seen the government valuation is equal or more actually than what you're selling. So, your actually stamp duty has to be on the government valuation and the sale amount, whichever is higher now. So, indirectly, you have that guy, I know he is sold at 2 crore, but his stamp duty has gone at 2.8 crores. So, this is another way I've realized it. The government has put the value, I don't know what basis they do valuation, but the valuation has gone on higher. So now they have told that TDS property has to be, previously it will be on the sale amount if the stamp duty is means lower. So now it's becoming other way. Now the stamp duty is going because the government valuation has gone higher than the sale amount. That's another change has come. Long-term capital gain surcharge is capped at 15. This is the good for many people who have got the ESOPs and these companies are not listed. Okay, I'm just giving example. A lot of us, I know they have been working in a startups, or I can say the company they have sold. So when they are selling, because these are non-listed stocks, non-listed stocks previously was at 30%, now it has come to the 15%. It will help a lot of people who have a ESOPs or anything which is non-listed. The same thing I am going in a more details now. That was the overall budget details, then personal details. Now I'm talking about how each of these points is going to impact. The taxpayer can file within 2 years updated the returns. So let me give you some time example why somebody should do the refiling. Okay, but don't miss the date of filing. If you miss the date of filing, you cannot do the refiling. For example, if we have a 31st, 99% other than COVID-19, 31st July is the filing date. So you should be able to file by 31st July. If you are filing, you can carry forward your losses. You can refile it. If you have not filed by 31st July, and even you do it on 1st August, you cannot do the refiling. So I keep saying people, try to file the returns on time, because you have at least an thing. If something goes wrong, you can refile it. Okay, this enables a taxpayer to file the updated returns in a refiling, even it is a previously it was 1 year, now it's become 2 assessment year or a 2 years. Tax relief for a disability, as I told you, this is the things which they are trying to help people with the dependent and the normal, the payment from insurance scheme of annuity and provided to dependent disabled, differently able people will be taken care on the fine print. We have to show what is the maximum they have not declared yet. The tax deduction on the government employees, I already told you, it has gone to 10 to 14%. This is mainly, as I told you, it is on cryptocurrency or any other currency, but this comes under, so they don't use word any more currency. It has to be an asset. So they call digital assets. Okay. So these are the major impact on this. I have already told you how the 15%, which is not being listed, so it's called non-listed stocks, has to be capped at 15%, which is a very good. Previously it was added to your income. Most of the people it will be a 30%.